So Dan, let's talk about the Game Awards, which are airing this coming week. I've got some predictions that we're going to make. We're going to pick what we think will win for some of the main categories. We already got our buddy Jeff to fill his out, so we'll see that in a second when I pull up the chart. We're also going to fill in what ChatGPT thinks, and then you and I will fill ours in, and then we'll get Kyle to
Sure.
do his, and then we'll score it all after the event airs later this week. But just as a reminder for some folks, the way we do this is we just put it all in a spreadsheet, and with the nominee predictions, we each pick 3, and then you get a point for each one that was correct because there's usually anywhere between 5 to, I think in some cases even 7, but 5 or 6 usually nominees. In this case, of course, there's only one winner. So we're just picking one winner. You don't get to hedge your bets by picking 2, and it could be this one or this one. You got to pick one for each of the main categories. And I'll also, I'm going to pull up the categories too on this other side just so I remember who's actually nominated. So let me
Yeah.
pull that
I was
up
gonna
as
say
well.
I don't have any. I don't remember at all. Well, some of them I
Let's
remember.
see.
I know Expedition 33 is in a few of them, but
Yes, for sure.
he's
For
in
sure.
there
So let
for
me pull
those.
this over here and replace our fireplace for a second. Here's on the Game Awards website, you can see a lot of the nominees. And we usually skip the, content creator, esports stuff. I think we skipped most anticipated too, although maybe it's on here. But anyway, so we'll go through some of these and we'll look at the nominees and then we'll make our predictions. And then I'll let you know what ChatGPT thinks because they put together a chart. I just asked it to put together a chart of your predictions for the 2025 Game Awards, and it turned out some picks. So we'll look at those as well. So let me pull up the prediction chart here. Here we go. So you can see Jeff's right here. So no spoiler. Oh, there is best adaptation and most anticipated. So we'll pick those two. So I think we should start at the bottom and work our way up. We'll do Game of the Year last. Dan, what do you think about that?
Started at the bottom. We're here.
So what I'll do is I'm just going to move this right beside yours so you and me don't have to, and I'll do the same thing to ChatGPT. You can see just to review some of Jeff's. I mean, he made Claire Obscure and Death Stranding pretty regular picks. I think Claire Obscure he has the winning a bunch. Death Stranding winning a couple as well, of course. With Claire Obscure taking home best game, Death Stranding best game direction, and so on. So yeah, he's got some strong picks in there, and so we'll see what me and Dan and ChatGPT think as well. So let's start here at the bottom. Best adaptation. Let's see what the nominees are here. Best adaptation. We've got Minecraft movie, Devil May Cry. And by the way, this is some kind of it's going to show my votes. I better get rid of these. How do I get out of here? let me log out.
We know how Tim voted. Null and void.
Well, you know that I picked Splinter Cell because that's the only one I've even watched a little bit of this year. To be honest with you, I never watched season 2 of Last of Us, and I never watched the other movies. So you know my pick already is Splinter Cell for best adaptation. So I'll just go ahead and add that to the list. Dan, what do you think is going to win best adaptation?
I feel like it'll be Minecraft, but I'm gonna go with Devil May Cry. This is when I go with my heart a bunch because really, like, this is just for fun. So I'm gonna shoot from the hip and use my heart, Tim.
I like it. I say use your heart, and it always pays off, Dan. You win these all the time. So
right, just like in Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, I do all the time. In my heart, I win them. So
yeah, that's right.
In my heart,
that's right. All right. So now that we've signed me out. You saw that I actually just did that the other day when I was kind of looking through here to see what I might pick, and I did do the vote casting, which I recommend people go in and cast your vote. It's kind of fun to pick your own choices for these. All right. So let's go to most anticipated game next. And these are games that have not released yet. So this is 007 First Light, Grand Theft Auto 6, Marvel's Wolverine, Resident Evil Requiem, or The Witcher 4. Now, my personal pick for my most anticipated, it's not an easy pick, by the way. I'm pumped to see the Hitman devs make
it's not.
007 game. I have loved the last 2 Resident Evils more than I thought I would. I'm not a big Resident Evil fan, and 7 and 8, I just loved those games. So I am excited for both of those. But for me, it's really about Wolverine, GTA, and Witcher 4. Those are the 3 that are really competing for me. Probably GTA 6 with Witcher 4 kind of at a dead heat. Just that's what I'm anticipating. As far as what I think will win, I just don't think I think it's GTA 6. I don't think it's close, but that's just what I think will
I know
win.
I was just
What do you
saying
think?
I'm gonna shoot from the hip and go with my heart, but GTA 6 is the answer.
It's gotta be.
It's GTA 6. It has to be. If it's not, I will be legitimately dumbfounded.
Yeah. Now I won't be mad if it's like
Like
Witcher 4 or what. I mean, oh, cool.
right,
People are
right.
pumped for other stuff, but I just,
Yeah,
I don't think so, man. Yeah. All right, Dan, let's look at best debut indie. I think that was up here.
sure.
Here it is. Best debut indie game. Now we had one pull out because they said, "Hey, we actually have created games before under
Oh
different
yeah.
names, so don't include us." So there's only four nominees here: Blueprints, Claire Obscure Expedition 33, Despeloti, Despelot, or Dispatch. So Dan, what do you think will win? Not what would you pick, but what would you think will win? Best debut indie.
We'll go with Dispatch. Give it to I haven't actually finished it yet, but Dispatch is great. They deserve
You
it.
got to finish it. It's so good. That's the one that I
Yeah.
picked for me. That's the one that I think is the best debut indie. But I agree with Jeff here. I think Claire Obscure is going to win it. Um, it's kind of feels unfair that it's even in there, but that's for a different day. We can discuss whether or not it should have been included. All right, best
Sure.
multiplayer game. We've got Arc Raiders, Battlefield 6, Elden Ring, Night Rain, Peak, or Split Fiction. All right, so I'll pick first. I kind of go back and forth on this one a little bit, but I'm going to go with Arc Raiders on this one.
Yeah.
What do you think, Dan?
I was
Jeff
gonna say
picked
it's either
Split
that
Fiction.
or yeah, I was gonna say it's either Arc Raiders or Night Rain. But I'm
Okay.
going with Arc Raiders because that just seems huge. Just came out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
it really kind of took the world by storm, didn't it? I mean, it just kind of took over for a little while there. I think it still is really popular.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, yeah.
all right, best sports slash racing game. We've got soccer of some kind, football. We've got F1, Mario Kart World Rematch, and Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Dan, what do you think is going to win best sports or racing game?
Go with the Mario Kart. It's
Yeah,
gotta
that's what
get
I'm thinking.
it that love because it's not in any other category, I don't think, right? Maybe
I don't think it
family?
is.
Maybe.
Maybe. And again, another amazing addition to the Mario Kart franchise. It just didn't. It wasn't the same impact as eight. I don't think it was good. It's really fun. I really like it, but eight just had something special. I don't know how to describe it. The re-release especially had something special. All right, let's
Yeah.
go to best sim slash strategy game. We have Final Fantasy Tactics, The Ivalice Chronicles. We have Jurassic World Evolution 3, Civilization 7, Tempest Rising, The Altars, and Two Point Museum getting a nomination for the Game Awards. My turn to pick first this time. I'm going to go with The Altars on this one. What do you think, Dan? Oh, Jeff agrees with me. I'm trying not to look at his ahead of time. Let me zoom in so we can. There we go. I'm going to go with The
Um,
Altars.
I think we know which one I'm gonna go with. But I do think
I
it's a
think we
little
do.
weird that it's in there because I mean it's a remaster of a game that came out over 20 years ago. It's a little
Yep, but there
odd.
are keep in mind there's
Um,
not really any set rules outside of it has to release before this
sure,
date. So they don't have a
sure.
lot of hard and fast
Well,
rules.
Final Fantasy Tactics it is, Tim.
You got it. It's gonna take me about
That
5 minutes
game
to
is
type this in though.
pretty awesome. Yeah, you just do tactics.
So it's
You don't have to type the
I'll
whole
just leave
thing.
it at that. All right, I'm just
Like,
gonna do that. I
yeah,
won't do the whole deal.
you
Okay.
don't have to put the Evilise Chronicles. That's just a mouthful.
Yeah, no one does that. All right. Best family game is Donkey Kong
Oh, there it
Bonanza,
is.
Lego Party, Lego Voyagers, Mario Kart World, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, or Split Fiction. I think Dan, you got to pick first this time. What do you think's gonna win best family game?
Banana. It's
Yeah,
got to be Donkey Kong. Got to be Donkey Kong. So good. That's
yeah,
another.
that's
I
my
need to
pick
also
too.
finish that. I also
I
need to
think that
finish
might
that
be
game.
its only chance to kind of get a win this year, to be honest with you. So I think it's gonna win.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Gosh, best fighting game. This year is such a weird year. You pointed that out when we talked last week about like collections being featured on here. It's very strange.
Yeah.
I
It's
have
just.
I just have no idea. So I'm just gonna go based on the fact that this is Riot Games and I love the Arcane series. So I'm gonna go with
Oh, sure.
2XKO.
Sure.
I have no idea if it might be a crappy game. I do not know. I apologize if it is, everybody. But I like the Arcane League of Legends lore. Even though I don't like League of Legends, I like their show and their spinoff games. So that's the one I pick. What do you think?
I'll go with the Mortal Kombat collection because like more combat. I'm
A
just gonna go with
collection
that
wins
one.
this. Isn't it collection with a K? I'm pretty sure it is.
Gotta
Legacy
be. There you go.
collection. Yeah. All right, let's see what Jeff picked for those last two. He picked Capcom Collection and DK Bonanza for Family Game. All right, Dan, we're getting into some more contentious categories here. Let's get into Best RPG. Let me find that one. Here we go. Avowed, Clair Obscur, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Monster Hunter Wilds, or The Outer Worlds 2. This is a tougher one, I think. But what do you think is going to win? Not what would you pick,
Just the
but what do
5,
you
right? There
think is
isn't a
going
6.
to win? Yes, just these 5.
I feel like it has to be Clair Obscur.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, like best role playing, so best RPG. The most RPG there is Clair Obscur. So,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion,
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. I feel like it depends on how the voters decide to think about this. If you keep it really
Sure.
simple and don't overthink it, I think you're right. Clair Obscur would win it. If you go really deep into, well, which actually allowed you to do the most role playing, probably Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 would be a lot of people's pick for this.
Yeah, yeah.
But I agree with you. I do think Clair Obscur is going to clean up pretty much every category it's in, most of them at least.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to Best Action Adventure. We have Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotei. We have Hollow Knight, Silksong, Indiana Jones. All right. And then Split Fiction. Those are our 5 nominees. I got to pick first this time. Oh, wait. Yeah, you picked first last time. So I got to pick first this time. Ooh, this is a tough one. I think... Man, I'm really split on this one. I'm gonna go with Hollow Knight Silksong. I'm gonna go Hollow Knight. Yeah, I'm gonna go Hollow Knight 6. It's between that and Death Stranding 2. That's where I was struggling to pick. For me, what do you think?
Yeah. I actually feel bad for Split Fiction because, like, you know, that studio, they do some fun, unique co-op stuff, and I feel like
It's
any
a
other year,
great game.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
but
such
like
a good game.
lots of other stuff came out this year, so I kind of feel like it
That's
might
right.
not get the love it deserves.
For sure.
But I'm gonna go Death Stranding 2.
Death Stranding 2.
That game is pretty bananas. Game is a
On the
madman.
beach. All right, let's get over to Action Game, which, Dan, that even though we talked about it last week, no one listened to us, and they still have first-person shooters on here. So
They never
Battlefield
listen.
6, Doom the Dark Ages, Hades 2, Ninja Gaiden 4, and Shinobi Art of Vengeance. You got to pick first this time. What do you think will win Best Action Game?
Going with my heart, Tim, and because I saw someone play all the way through and it's awesome and the soundtrack is amazing, Ninja Gaiden 4. That game is
Ninja Gaiden 4.
just insane. Absolutely insane.
Well, I think Hades 2 is going to win this one. Even if it's not
Probably
the best action gameplay of the year, I just think it's
Sure.
going to win this category. All right, let's make a quick pick for VR AR, even though neither one of us are really VR AR gamers. Let's just see what do we think will win. Alien Rogue Incursion, Arcane Age, Ghost Town, Deadpool, or The Midnight Walk. Dan, I'm going to say The Midnight Walk, just because I remember when it came out, there was some hullabaloo about it, how good it was. So I'm just going to say The Midnight Walk. I have no idea if what will win, but
yeah, it has that it has that Tim Burton-y look to it.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
The stop animation. So I go with The Midnight Walk as well.
All right, nice. All right, let's catch up with what Jeff has picked so far. He picked Death Stranding 2 for action adventure. He picked Kingdom Come for RPG, Hades 2 for action, and The Midnight Walk for VR. All right, innovation and accessibility. We're just making this pick just so we can. It's really just for points because I don't think any of us have deep thoughts or opinions on this. I'm glad that games.
Well, I
have
also don't know
accessibility.
enough.
We don't know enough. I'm glad games have them. I'm never criticizing them for adding accessibility features. I just don't know a lot about them.
Yeah.
I'm just going to quickly, between Assassin's Creed Shadows, Atomfall, Doom, uh, EA Sports Football Club, and South of Midnight, I'm going to say Shadows just because I remember there being a million options that you could do in that game to
Mm.
customize the experience. And Ubisoft's always been pretty good about that. So I'm going to pick AC Shadows for that. But what do you think, Dan, is going to win best accessibility, innovation, and accessibility?
Yeah, I was gonna lean that way too because I thought I remember people saying like, yeah, they did a good job with that. So
Yeah. Okay. All right. We're on to best community support. This is transparency, responsiveness, social media activity, game updates, patches, those kind of things. So communication, basically, community support. Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, or No Man's Sky. Dan, which one takes home the trophy?
want to vote with my heart with this one, but I feel like every time I do, it just doesn't win, Tim. It just doesn't win.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like Baldur's Gate 3 is the right answer. They have done a great job the entire time talking about that game and need to do.
I am going to say, you know what? I'm just going to say the same thing. Baldur's Gate 3.
I was stuck between that and No Man's Sky. It was either one of those.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's jump up to ongoing game. I know it's a few rows above just because our mind's already in this space because they're kind of similar. So best ongoing game is Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2. The only change out is Marvel Rivals here instead of Baldur's Gate 3 and No Man's Sky. So my pick for best ongoing game is No Man's Sky. I don't know if it'll win, but it's my personal pick and the one that I don't know if there's a surefire winner in this, but maybe. Oh, whoops, I put that in the wrong one. Hang on. That's going to go under best ongoing. There we go. Dan, what do you think is going to be best ongoing?
So I would have also chosen 14 for this as well, but that last expansion, people were not super into it. There were people that were, and then there were people that were very loud about it not being super great. So I will say No Man's Sky as well.
All right. No Man's Sky. All right, let's jump into best mobile game. I don't know if we know the answer to this, but we're trying
Best
to rack
mobile
up
game. Is that even a thing,
here.
Tim?
Hey. All right, we've got Destiny Rising, Persona 5, The Phantom X, Sonic Rumble, Uma Musume, Pretty Derby. That sounds disturbing. Or Wuthering Waves. I think it's Wuthering Waves. I've heard a ton about that one. I feel like it's super, super popular. I think it's going to win, but I don't know. What do you think?
It's a dumb name for a game. I feel like I'm just I'm just copying you these last three because I was gonna say that one as well. So
it's also the only one that I really recognize. I didn't know there was a Destiny or Persona 5 mobile game. Like some of this is news to me, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh,
Sonic Rumble I have heard of, but
yeah. Not debut indie. We need to do best independent game, I think is next up for us. Best indie game. There's 6 to choose from here. We've got Absalom, we've got Ball X Pit, Blueprints, Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, Hades 2, or Hollow Knight Silk Song. I think this is a pretty stacked category for best overall indie game. Setting aside all the arguments about what classifies as a indie, setting aside all that, what do you think, Dan, will win best independent game at the Game Awards this week?
My heart says it'll probably be Silk Song.
Okay.
Feel
Silk Song for best indie. I'm going to say Hades 2 wins this one. All right, let's just check in with Jeff's picks. He thinks Clair Obscur will win best indie. Marvel Rivals will win best ongoing. Persona 5 Phantom X for best mobile. Baldur's Gate for community support. And also Assassin's Creed for accessibility. All right, we're on to games for impact, which we talked about again last week. We've got Consume Me, Despelot, Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, South of Midnight, and Wanderstop. Dan, which one do you think is going to win games for impact?
Go to South of Midnight. That game's cool. I mean, I haven't even played it yet, which shame on me, but what a cool, unique game that
is awesome. I feel like one of the other little games that I don't know will probably win, but I'm going to pick this one just because it's the only one I've played. And who knows? It could win. It deserves some kind of recognition. It's a really cool action platformer with a great narrative. I think it's good. All right, here we go. We're getting to the difficult ones here. Best performance. We've got Ben Starr, Charlie Cox, Erika Ishii, Jennifer English, Konatsu Kato, and Troy Baker. Dan, who takes home the trophy for best performance?
Oh, okay, this one is tough. And three of them are freaking Claire Obscure. Dude, Claire Obscure
Yeah.
just demolishing this year's Game Awards.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like it's between Ben and Jennifer.
Okay.
Ismael is just such a great character, and so is
Verso.
Why can't I remember his name? Because it's not Verso. Thank you. Because I was thinking Gustav, but that's Charlie.
That's Charlie.
I'm gonna say Ben Starr.
All right.
With my Final Fantasy 16 boy.
That's right. I'm gonna go Jennifer English, but I wouldn't be surprised if either of them won it. I wouldn't be surprised if Troy Baker won it because his interpretation of the indie was super impressive, or Erika Ishii for that matter, because Atsu is a more layered character than you might anticipate when you first start that game. The first few hours in, you're kind of like, yeah, she's pretty boring and one note, and I get it, but she's got a lot to her.
Oh, revenge, right? Revenge.
Right. There's so much more to her that. So she did a great job. Erika Ishii did, and so anyway, a lot of deserving performances for sure. Jeff picked Ben Starr and Wanderstop for those last two. Wanderstop for Games for Impact, and Ben Starr, he's with you on Verso for that one. All right, we're into audio design, then we'll get to score and music. So audio design, we've got Battlefield 6, Claire Obscure, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotei, and Silent Hill F. Dan, I'll go first on this one. I'm going to say Death Stranding 2 takes audio design because I don't think it's going to win music. I'm not saying it doesn't have good music. I'm not offending anybody. Believe me, I'm just saying I think something else will win that. So I think this one will get audio design. But what do you think will win for best audio design?
I usually always lean horror with audio design because I feel like one, it's incredibly important.
Silent Hill F might get a shout out here.
Yeah, and usually it's done very well, especially with the high profile horror games. So yeah, Silent Hill F.
All right. Final 5 categories here. Best score and music. Beautiful music this year. So many good choices. Hollow Knight Silksong, Hades 2, Claire Obscure, Ghost of Yotei, and Death Stranding 2. I think we've talked about this before too. I didn't find the Ghost of Yotei music to be stand out to the point that I could recognize it. That doesn't mean it's not amazing because it is really good. But I didn't find it to be as memorable. I haven't listened to Death Stranding 2 music yet. The other 3 are so good, but I am all in on Claire Obscure with this one. I think it's absolutely going to win best score this year. What do you think?
I will Octopath Traveler 0 into existence here.
Yeah, you cannot.
Can I just will that into existence there? I feel like, Claire Obscure.
Okay.
Death Stranding 2 is pretty close for me. Like, there's some great stuff in there.
Yeah, Jeff also picked Claire Obscure for best music here. All right, let's get into art direction. We've got some familiar names: Claire Obscure, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotei, Hades 2, and Hollow Knight Silksong. Best art direction. Dan, you got to pick first this time. What do you think's taking home the win?
See, I'm trying to think because is it insane to think that Claire Obscure just is going to basically take everything, or is there going to be more of a mixture than we realize?
I mean, look at even this picture right here. This is art right here. Like,
I know. Yeah. It's straight up. I mean, the game is literally a painting. It's straight up art. It's straight up. It's straight up art. But Death Stranding 2 is there's things in that game that I still think about the lighting and just there was a specific moment and it's just so insane and beautiful and just weird. And I feel like Death Stranding also, because again, Claire Obscure is in so many categories, and I feel like it's going to clean house in so many of them. I want to just say Death Stranding 2 just to give it love. I feel like maybe in this particular thing, it edges out Claire Obscure just a little bit.
Okay. I think Clair
I
Obscur is
know it's
going to win
tough.
this one. Um,
Yeah.
and Jeff picks Ghost of Yote for that one for best art direction. I do think it's a strong contender, but to me, it's more in the camp of Hades 2 and Hollow Knight. Beautiful games that kind of elevate what their predecessors did. But from what I've seen of Death Stranding 2 and what I know of Clair Obscur, they do so many new things that just melt your mind visually.
Yeah.
I think they're a step above. Not because the other ones are bad. I just think
Yeah.
I could be
Yeah.
wrong. One of these other ones could win it, but I think it's between these two personally. A lot of these categories at the top, I think, are between these two. Um, all right, so let's get into best narrative. Best narrative. Our nominees are same games except for a couple swapped out. We got Clair Obscur, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yote, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and Silent Hill F. All right, so it's on me to make this pick first. I'm going to be very boring, but I think Clair Obscur is going to win best narrative. Start to finish, my personal pick for favorite story this year, but that's coming from someone who also played Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and was like, this is in my top 10 all-time games. Like, I love Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and I
Yeah.
love that story. And I think Clair Obscur has a better story. So it's a wild
There you
story, and
go.
I love it from start to finish. So
Yeah.
that's my pick. But what do you
Yeah. I
think, Dan?
agree.
Do you think Clair Obscur
Clair Obscur.
on narrative? Okay.
Yeah. For sure. 100%.
All right. And now we get into game direction. So creative vision and innovation in game direction and design sounds a little broad. I think typically we see these things either it's the main game gets both, or a lot of times if there's two games that are pretty close in game of the year, one of them gets direction. It seems like it's hard to know how this works.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
but Dan, you got to go first. What do you think will win best game direction? We've got Hades 2. Oh,
I
sorry,
think
I'll go
this
this way.
is
Split Fiction, Hades 2, Ghost of Yote, Death Stranding, and Clair Obscur.
I think this is where we praise Kojima for his Kojima-ness and all his Kojima shenanigans. And we say, hey, you,
Yeah.
the director, Kojima,
Yeah.
here's your award.
Yeah. All right. So you think Death Stranding 2 takes this one?
Yes.
Dan, I agree with you. I think Death Stranding 2 will win for best game direction. There's a bond between Keighley and Kojima that can't be denied. But I am not saying it's just because they're
True.
buddies. I know Keighley doesn't pick the winners. I'm just joking around. I do think there will be that element of, hey, we've got two masterpieces. Clair Obscur is going to, I think, get most of the nod from people. It's not a sequel. It's brand new. It's a new studio. I think there's a lot that people will love about it inherently. That Death Stranding 2 didn't do anything wrong. It's just a sequel and it's a known quantity. So there's something, I think there's something there. But I think in this case, they'll be like, well, let's give direction to Death Stranding 2. I really do think that'll be kind of
Right.
like its next best thing to winning Game of the Year. Because, Dan, in the overall Game of the Year, I do believe Clair Obscur will take that title. What do you think?
We're not
will
even
win?
pulling it up. We're just like,
What do you? Yeah, I know. What do you think will win Game of the Year? We've got Clair Obscur, Death Stranding 2, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Hades 2, Hollow Knight Silk Song, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. So, what do you think will
man.
win?
And this is such a bonkers year because, like, in any other
Good
time,
year.
we've been like, oh,
Yeah.
Silk Song, because like literally Silk Song melted Steam. Like Steam was like,
Yeah.
oh, we're just not working. Like you can't get on here. Like
Right. And Hades 2
Silk
is
Song,
breaking
and then
records with review scores. Like the review
Yep.
scores for Hades 2 are
Yep.
like insane. Like it's like a Zelda game averages that it's getting. It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, Donkey Kong Bonanza, I think deserves to be on here because like it's the first like 3D, like the first like good, excellent 3D Donkey Kong game.
That's right.
And it is
And
legitimately
Astrobot
incredibly
proved
fun
that
and
like
obviously
family-friendly platformers can
Yeah.
totally win. So it's
Yeah.
definitely deserving. It's just a rough year for it to be competing. That's
Yeah.
all. So
And Kingdom Come Deliverance is like that little guy that could too. And it's like they
Yeah.
they deserve it too. But like
smaller
again,
studio.
you know.
And what I love about it too is it's a studio that's from the country where the game is set, and they're telling their own. It's kind of their own historical fiction of, their country's history. So much to love about that and what they do in that game. It is a very niche game. To be fair though, and so is Death Stranding 2. So is Hollow Knight, and it's a tough platformer. So but I would say more than the others, it's a very deep, really involved niche game. So that's why it's different, I think.
Yeah.
And a lot of the voters probably will not have played Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. They probably will have heard how well it's reviewing and that people love it, but a lot of
Yeah.
people won't bother playing it. So,
And
um,
then, of course, Death Stranding 2 is Death Stranding 2, but I do think it's Claire.
that's right.
So I do think Claire
Clear
wins.
obscure. Okay. All right, Dan. Let's see what our buddy Jeff thought with audio design. He thinks Silent Hill F also. With score, Clair Obscure. With art direction, Ghost of Yote. With narrative, Clair Obscure. Direction, Death Stranding, and overall Clair Obscure. So he's pretty on par with what we were thinking here. Let me freeze this row so I can see it. Is there a way to freeze the row? Someone help me here.
I
can't remember where
I
it
do
is.
not use Excel as much as you do.
I thought there was a quick way to freeze it. That's okay. I'm going to just bring ChatGPT over here so I can just do it side by side. It's easier that way. All right. Let's see what they think. Let's see if we can start
The
from
machine
down
thinks.
here.
A heartless machine, Tim.
I know. They might not have picked every category. I might have to fill these in later, but I'll give you just a taste of some of them. So, for example, they think that best family game, they agree. Donkey Kong Bonanza will win. It agrees. Best ongoing game, it thinks Final Fantasy 14.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Best action adventure, it says Hollow Knight Silk Song. For best indie game, it also thinks Hollow Knight Silk Song. For best, is there an open world category this year that we missed?
Oh,
Huh.
I don't know.
I think it's making up categories. ChatGPT, what are you doing? All right, so for best RPG, it thinks Clair Obscure. For best action game, it thinks Hades 2. For best performance, it doesn't even have the right nominee in here. It thinks the Death Stranding 2 lead actor will win that one. So
okay. So Norman
Daryl
Reedus.
Dixon, Norman Reedus, yeah.
Yep.
That's funny. All right, so I'll have to go back to ChatGPT and ask it for specifics. Who will win between the? I'll just have so I can fill this
Yeah.
in. For best audio design, it thinks Death Stranding 2. For best score and music, Claire Expedition 33. Art direction, also Claire Obscure. Best narrative, Claire Obscure.
It's being more
Overall winner,
boring than we are.
I know. It has a lot of the same picks. Best direction, Death Stranding, and best game of the year, Claire Obscure. So, and I'll go through and fill in the rest of these, but it'll be interesting to see if it, just like previously with our nominees, we were right on most of them. We just missed a few. ChatGPT got them all right. Like, didn't miss one.
Yeah.
Down the line.
Yeah.
So we'll have to
Scary,
wait and see.
Tim. It's actually scary.
It is. I agree with you.